I was just speaking to you today. Omnom, is there anyone else I need to make a speaker?
And it's just going to be me today. Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm just checking that the recording's started and then we can get started.
Great.
We're going to live stream it. Yeah, that started. Yeah, we've got a live stream on YouTube also for the Twitter Spaces.
Great. I like it.
Welcome to the Whalecoin Talk Twitter Spaces. I'm Glenn, your host today. Today we have joining us Omnom token, Doge meme project. We can go into all the details shortly, but first, can you give us your background and experience in crypto?
Sure. So my name is Darren. I'm a volunteer community moderator for Omnom token, which is on the Doge chain. Me personally, I've been in the crypto space for a little over a year or so. But with Omnom, we're very excited about what we have, and we're a community-run token, so we rely on essentially building the foundations for having a strong community at the moment. So hoping that this AMA will kind of create some curiosity and intriguing a little bit if you're not sure about how the Doge chain works, or if you're not familiar with Omnom. Hopefully you will be well versed on what we are and what we're doing, and I'm very excited about what we have going on. So.
Okay, great, Darren. Yeah, so why did you choose Dogecoin? Why was that chose over blockchains? Okay, sorry about that. It seems we lost connection there for some reason. We'll just wait for Darren to come back in and we can proceed with the Twitter Spaces. Okay, welcome back, Darren. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. For some reason, the Twitter Spaces went down.
That's all right. Looks like we're back there. Can you hear me still?
I can, yeah. Yeah, we were just, I'd asked the question, why did you choose Doge Chain? If we can take it off from there.
Yeah, sure. So Doge chain is quite new. It's been around for about a month, and it was created because Doge, the Doge token itself is the biggest meme coin that has been created. It's the original meme coin. It's what started everything. But it has restrictions just because of the type of fork that the token itself is. So that's why Doge chain was created. It's a EVM compatible blockchain that basically has been created to complement the original Doge chain crypto. So if you use Binance Smart Chain, for example, you'll have the BSC is the network that all the tokens and everything can be on, and that's what Doge chain is. It's its own blockchain. And it actually uses, so the Doge chain uses Dogecoin to process the transactions for the gas. So it allows, meme coins are really big. There's a huge market for them. And so this basically has opened up the opportunity for people to be able to use their Doge for something other than just hodling. It's allowing them to, process transactions and be able to use the Doge to kind of get in on new ecosystems and all these kind of things that are being built on Doge chain itself. So Omnom token was actually the first meme token that was created on Doge chain. So it is the original meme coin of Doge chain, so to speak. And it was created, so like when it was created, 69% was burnt to Vitalik Buterin's wallet, who, if you're not sure, is the founder of Ethereum. And so the tokens are sitting in his wallet. If he, is to actually acknowledge that we exist, he will need to actually bridge over to the Doge chain. And for him to do something like that will kind of create a lot of publicity for us as well. So it's I think we're positioned very well because the token itself is it's the main token on Doge chain. We are the first original meme coin, and the Doge, so the developing team, which is the dogeswap.org team, it's the only token that they actually support on their network. So it's the we're positioned very well, and anyone who is now finding the Doge chain itself, you'll basically be pointed right to Omnom, because that's the token that is the first one on that in that space. So.
Okay, great, Darren. Yeah, and I see you've got over 20,000 holders, so it's been growing extremely fast. And like you say, you're the first meme on Doge chain. So are they sort of offering like a partnership with you as well? Have they been helping out?
So yeah, we have. It looks like we've got almost 22,000 holders now, and we've seen a lot of growth. Obviously, we're almost a month old, actually. I think a month old tomorrow. So 22,000 holders in a month for a new chain is pretty phenomenal, really. And we really just, so like right now, we're just kind of, we're still obviously very early. We're working on building the community, because that, if you're to be a successful meme token, you rely on having a community, especially with our token where we have no transaction taxes, so it's zero buy and sell tax. So what that means is that we don't have a specific set marketing budget. We kind of rely on the community, and the community that we've already built is extremely strong. Like we're getting some, when we do like the we have coordinated Twitter raids and everything, and that's been proving very beneficial for us so far. And if you look at the chart, you can see just the kind of growth that we've had just solely from our community that we've already established and are continuing to grow as well.
Okay, great, Darren. Yeah, and your Omnom's listed on MEXC, which is one of our partners at Whalecoin Talk. So you're expanding into other decentralized exchanges as well as PancakeSwap.
Yeah, so MEXC, we actually won, the community won a deposit contest to be listed on MEXC. So they listed us for free, and it was just we needed a certain number of community members to deposit their tokens, and we got listed as a result of it. So being listed on new exchanges is obviously is big, and it gives opportunity for other people to be able to purchase it other than using dogeswap.org. So if you're not familiar with the Doge chain, it's a little. We have a how to buy guide essentially, but you have to change your network and you have to send Doge from an exchange or something to Bridge, and you'll receive wrapped Doge, and then you can use those to swap on dogeswap.org, which is the main swapping platform used for Doge chain.
Okay, I see, Darren. Like going back to what you were saying there, 69% of the supply has been sent to Vitalik Buterin's wallet. I'm wondering what the community has been discussing, what they think he might do with that in the future. Would he join Doge chain to, claim them tokens?
Well, with in regards to that, I think it's quite unlikely. I think he's got enough going on with everything going on with ETH at the moment. And for him to actually, if he was to actually, move over to Doge chain and kind of do anything with it, I mean, a lot of other tokens, have sent tokens to his address, and it's all public. His address is public information, public knowledge. And I know with the Shiba new token that also happened. But I don't think that that's something that we'll need to worry about. And if he does actually bridge over to Doge chain at some point in the future, that will create a huge amount of publicity for the Doge chain itself, just because he's acknowledging it itself, and which would probably kind of, be a little bit of a, just because he's acknowledging another chain and talking about it kind of thing will be big. So I don't think that's like something that we would need to worry about. I think those tokens are essentially burnt, so to speak. And then the remaining tokens that were not burnt were paired with the initial liquidity on DogeSwap.
Okay, great, Darren. And it's community owned, so I'm wondering whether you're planning it to be a governance token with a DAO with voting rights in the future.
In that is not something that I think at the moment. So like, if you look at the website for us, we are like in a meme token. And if you look at the website, it very clearly states that this is a community parody project created for a laugh. Maybe it'll become something. It's something that we would like to, and we have, the team is working on a lot of some things in the background, and we'll have some official announcements coming soon. But for right now, we're just going to kind of keep our focus on staying as a meme token and building a community, and kind of growing our community out, because the Shiba community and the Doge communities, they're both huge communities, and there's big followings behind them. And those Shiba is to ETH, and SafeMoon to BSC, Doge to Bitcoin, so Omnom is to Doge chain, I guess, essentially. So that's where we want to establish ourselves as. And obviously we'll be working towards getting as much as we can that's going to benefit the holders and keep things bullish in the long run for us as well.
Great, Darren. Yeah, I mean, it's been a great start for Omnon. You've got over 22,000 holders. So I'm wondering if you've got like a catchphrase as well, Doge, if you're building an army as well with the Omnon token, going out to Reddit and Twitter Spaces. The community seems to be really active.
Yeah, no, the community is phenomenal. We've built something that we're very proud of so far. And when we, obviously Twitter is big. Social media platforms itself is something that it doesn't take much for something to go viral. And we're kind of set up in a way that everything is kind of, the pieces are all falling together for us to actually to do that. And it's just a matter of when, because I'm not sure if you're aware, or if the members listening here are kind of on the Doge chain, since it is somewhat new. But the statistics just with Doge chain itself is it's growing exponentially. On the 2nd of September, they announced that they had 10 million transactions since they had launched, and then just 3 days later, it was up to 15 million transactions. So the actual number of transactions on the chain itself is growing exponentially. And of course, everybody knew that is coming into the token is just going to be positioned to just kind of have Omnom right there for them. And yeah, we want our goals to be to eat Shiba for breakfast, and that's kind of we're not settling until we're doing that.
Great, Darren. And have you had a smart contract on the audit? And when did Omnom token launch to get 22,000 holders? How long have you been going?
So we launched on the, I believe it was the 10th of August. So it's going to be coming up right on a month here soon. So we've seen a lot of growth. Obviously, a lot of people, and during when Doge chain was first released, we saw a lot of people flooding in. Just the first initial. That's how these things always work. Because you always get the initial people that jump on something new as soon as they see it, and then you'll kind of get people that will it'll take a little bit longer. They might hear Doge chain mentioned a few times. They might hit I think a lot of people kind of have already heard of Omnom, but it's something that's kind of they're just like, oh, I'll see what happens. Might give a little bit of a go. But I mean, we're here to stay, and we're gonna keep growing and keep pushing, and that's one of the best things about the community that we have established already, is that everybody is just happy to be there, and it's smooth, and it's nice because people that are there, they see the opportunity, and they see that it's just a matter of time before the masses kind of start getting even more curious and flooding to Doge chain. And yeah, I think we're excited about that.
Awesome, Darren. And what are you planning around the marketing? I know you haven't got a marketing wallet, so but we all know word of mouth is one of the best ways of marketing with a meme project that's doing really well with a massive sort of holders and community. You can just people go out there and shill the project or tell their family and friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be looking, obviously to have as many updates for marketing and big partnerships and stuff as we can, but obviously that all takes time. And since we are community based, the more that we have an active community, the more that the community is engaging and actually pushing out the tweets and doing their due diligence to do the daily tasks that we have. The more obviously the eyes will have on us, and you're 100% right that word of mouth is probably one of the best marketing platforms, and one of the things that you can use for a meme token, just because you kind of rely a little bit on hype, and having a community that is excited about it and is doing the work and pushing things out. That's the kind of community that you want, and we've definitely got that already. So we're very happy about that.
Great, Darren. And I'm wondering if you're looking to add utilities. A lot of meme projects add utilities, as you go along. So you're looking to do maybe an NFT series or a P2E game in the future with Omnon token.
So with the future utilities, the Doge swap team itself we've got some updates coming. We're hoping that we'd have an official announcement, I guess, on what they've kind of been working on. But for right now, they're still trying to get some things finished up. But for the future utilities, I don't know. I mean, like when you look at SHIB and Doge, they focused on building their communities for a long time before they even kind of went with anything. And to kind of it seems in this space people are like when utility, when this, when that, but to actually kind of establish yourself to be the next big meme token, you kind of just need to just take it one step at a time and actually focus on building that community, because it sounds like you know, people in this space are just kind of expect stuff right away, but good things take time to build, and that's, you know, what we're focusing on. So for right now, that's the main focus, but we will definitely be having discussions and obviously trying to, you know, do whatever we can to keep, you know, new holders coming in and current holders happy, and just kind of keep the whole ecosystem happy and moving along nicely. So yeah.
Okay, great, Darren. And whereabouts is the community mainly based? Have you got a Discord? Are they active on Reddit, Telegram, Twitter? Where's everyone hanging out mainly?
We have a Telegram, which is where most of the communication goes through, but we also obviously have our Twitter, which we put out our updates through. We do have a Reddit account, and we do not have a Discord at the moment. That's something that potentially we might look into getting set up at some point. But for right now, it's the Telegram is the best place to kind of go if you're looking to kind of reach the community and just chat and hang out, find out more information about us, that kind of thing.
Okay, great, Darren. I can open it up to the rest of the team if anyone's got a question from Darren on non-token. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey Glenn, I'm listening in, and I love meme tokens. I love meme projects. I love people that are determined, to come together and create a community, because this is what it's about. You have all these teams, projects, and all that, coming around saying, "Oh, we want to build a community, want to do this and that." Well, this is the way to do it, right? Zero tax, just the organic stuff. And I know you were talking about marketing and not having a tax. Well, I just wanted to mention that we've seen this in the past with community tokens that had zero tax, zero marketing wallet, and then the community that just steps up, whether there's funds needed, whether there's labor, whether there's some development. Like the people that join these communities are amazing. They're all from all over the world. So I'm curious to know, like, what are some of the early ideas that you guys are spitballing, in the community, and how are you strategizing, to move forward? Are you taking it a little slow, or do you have like a certain schedule that you want to go through to kind of push the idea there, or maybe like go out there a little bit every week, or maybe hit different channels on different days? Do you have sort of like a structure, a plan, or is it just everybody minds their own business, just to bring some people in, we're all chilling here and let's have some fun?
Well, we want to be a bit of both. I mean, you've got to have that balance where you want, to have a bit of fun and people can kind of just come and hang out, and as well. So we definitely, so like, we've been around for a month, so we're still quite new. We've seen a lot of growth already over the last month. But I myself am just with volunteers. The people that are kind of managing the Telegram and keeping things moving, we're all volunteers, so we're just doing it on our own time because we see the value that we have here. So like, I myself have just taken the time to this AMA just to kind of spread awareness about the Doge chain itself and the opportunities that Omnom token itself actually has on that chain. And so, like, with the community stuff, we'll have coordinated raids, like, going pretty regularly. Like, we're just going to continuously just be pushing out new tweets and just continuously doing things. It's not just like, occasionally we'll pop a tweet out. But like, moving forward, we're definitely going to be having a lot more coordinated raids and just kind of getting everything flowing a bit smoother, I guess. So hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, yeah, it does, and it's exactly what I was saying, right? You're here on your own time because you're passionate about it, right? So this is your value that you're bringing to it, and I'm guessing, and I know that it is the case, for other members in the community, that they are taking the time off their day, but not just to kind of shill, quote unquote, just go there and kind of mindlessly shill, but kind of show people the vision, because it has a lot of interesting aspects, for people. Maybe somebody just looking at the website will think, oh, this is stupid or whatever. But for the culture and for the people that actually know with Doge and Shiba and everything involved, for more crypto-oriented people, I think that kind of sparks a little bit of joy, when they see that projects like this, they can still be playful, they can still be fun, but at the same time, it could be very serious and could be making people a lot of money. So there's a huge potential, and I never knock the meme coins or fan tokens or anything like that, because we've seen some great results in the past, and it's like you said, it's all based on the community, their engagement, whether they like it, whether they choose to go the extra mile. And it looks like you guys have at least a little bit of the secret sauce, to push you forward. So I think it's very, very exciting.
Yeah, thank you. No, we're very proud of it. Like as you said, we've been around for a month on a new chain that has only been around for a month as well. So just the fact that um, as the whole chain itself grows, which the transactions numbers are growing exponentially. There's I think hundreds of millions of Doge being bridged across. So just that itself is kind of marketing for us as well. Because like obviously on DEX tools, we've been trending number one for basically most of the time, just because of our we have right now we've been sitting around $500,000 of trading volume 24 hours for a while. I think we did get up to a couple of million maybe when we had the MEXC loading us. So there's a lot of volume coming in, a lot of transactions, which we probably consistently holding large number of the transactions on the chain itself. So yeah, having the community, everyone's excited about it. Everyone kind of sees the same goal as us. That's kind of what we're working for, and that's what we're excited about, because that's how you get your foot in the door to be a meme token. And once the community kind of just keeps growing, then that's the plan. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, and it's exactly like you said. You have a lot of advantages, not just the community. The fact that it's a strong meme. It's not, your average, haha, whatever, run of the mill. It's the first one. So there are a lot of advantages that people will get excited about. Like you mentioned, like a lot more people, bridging over. Well, what do those people look for? Sure, they'll look for the automated market maker pair. They'll look for, some maybe yield here or there if they can do it, if it's available yet. It is a new chain, so not a lot of stuff, or maybe not a lot of advanced stuff is there, but for sure they're gonna look for some memes, right? So if they found the first one that was created, built, and it's still going strong, you have like a super strong chance of that person joining the community and getting involved. And you never know who you're getting. You never know who's playing with all these meme coins and all these. It's very exciting. So yeah, I appreciate your answers, and thank you for taking the time, because I know it is your personal time. Like I said, I know people don't get paid, right, when you're running community projects. Everybody just puts in how much effort they want, or however much they want to put into the vision. But it looks like you're sold on it, and you're doing a good job of bringing it to other people as well. So it's looking exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I personally am very excited about it. I think the opportunities here that we have, it's just we can make it what we want to make it, and I think that's kind of why why I did this AMA, just because I want to be able to get a foot in the door and just kind of get more people who actually don't know how to work Doge chain, or they don't know how to bridge, or they just kind of have questions about it. They're not sure about the whole process. So just kind of spread the awareness a little bit, because that's what you need to do. You just need to keep letting people know that this new chain does seriously offer a lot of opportunities. Especially with meme tokens, the actual the chain itself. They do have a lot of ecosystems that are starting to be built on the Doge chain, and obviously because of how new it is, it's going to take a little bit longer for for things to be kind of established and go. So for us to just be the first one on there, as you said, kind of reinforces that we're here and we're still here and we're not planning on, going anywhere, but just continuing to grow. So
Yeah, it makes complete sense, and yeah, I appreciate the honesty and everything, and I do think more people will actually join. And the Doge chain compared to the other EVM compatible chains, it has a little bit of an edge because it is a Doge chain, and Dogecoin had a huge fan base, and I remember the early days when community members just came together to sponsor like a NASCAR, a rally car, and there were all these sort of things, with the early days community just people coming together and putting their money together, their minds together, and their ideas together, and just building something like super strong. So that you're going about it in a very good way. Just taking input and using the human resource as best as possible, because it's like Glenn was saying earlier, word to mouth is probably the best marketing that you can get, because if I tell a friend, look, I'm in this, come join, he'll take my word for it, or he'll trust me to do it rather than do his own research, which is kind of silly. But oftentimes, people are like this. They'll just take someone's word. They want curated fast content, so they don't want to dive a little bit deeper. But it's like you said, once they join the channel, if they have problems with, I don't know, bridging and all these things, it's a quick fix. It's not the first or second day of Doge chain. There's plenty of ways to bridge over funds, and a lot of explainer videos on YouTube and everything for all of our listeners that haven't tried it already. Like, you can check it out. It's growing pretty fast. So yeah, I'm not gonna take any more time. I'll let Glenn go to some community questions as well. But yeah, I appreciate your answers. It's looking very exciting. Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate your interest in it as well. And like we often have, people dropping into our Telegram chat, and we have community moderators, but like if people have questions about how to bridge or anything, there's always people from the community that will jump in and be like, yeah, this is what you got to do. Here's the website, kind of just point people in the right direction. So kind of the chat for the most part essentially just kind of runs itself, and it's pretty great to see.
Okay, thanks for the questions, Axie. Let's open up the Twitter Spaces to WorldCoin Talk followers and anyone else that's joined the space today. I think I've got Venice. I'll let you speak. I think you had some questions, Venice. Go ahead.
Yeah, Glenn, I do have a couple of the questions to ask from Omnom team. Actually, I was going through your website, and obviously, as you mentioned, that we don't have any much detail about your project. I read a statement on the website that it says that this is a community parody project created for a law, and token could result in 100% loss and no guarantee of any future development. Normally, project owners promise to have some real use cases or potential utilities for the project that attracts the investors, but you are saying there isn't any guarantee of future development and could result in 100% loss. Don't you think it can keep the investors away? I know you have mentioned some of the things about your project that you are just developing the community for now. But the thing the statement you have on your website, I think it can keep the investors away. So what's your opinion about this?
So my opinion on that is that we're establishing ourselves as a meme token, and the website is extremely basic, and a lot of people that are actually into meme coins have actually found that quite appealing. And that statement about as a community parody project created for laugh maybe will eventually become something. There's no team allocation of this and no guarantee. If for a meme token like this on a new chain, we're situating ourselves well. That people that you're always going to get people that will be like, oh, okay, it's a gamble or something, and they'll throw something in. But then, kind of as you go and you follow the progression of a token, you're like, okay, this is actually more serious than what I thought it was, and you're kind of better to put yourself in a position where you don't guarantee anything, and then when when you do have something updates or you have something to kind of put forward to your community, that can kind of be a new edge on the token that that can kind of just help push it to the new level. So I think to be a meme token, a lot of people, you know, they kind of look for that utility, and they look for that. But to be perfectly honest, I think, you know, a lot of people will probably agree with me that the way that this has been set up is actually, it's quite exciting for a meme token, and it's refreshing because we haven't really seen anything kind of like this in a while, where, you know, it's not trying to push utility out and try and, like, you know, you just want to focus on the community for a meme token. So hopefully that answers that question for you.
Yeah, that answers my question. And I have a couple of the questions also. So moving to my next question, I was thinking that do you guys have any plan for extensive marketing other than just going for AMAs on Twitter or Telegram or other digital marketing? So do you have any plans for conducting any physical seminars or workshops or any musical concerts or any other concerts to bring your name on everybody's tongue to spread awareness about your project to onboard a lot of community members toward you guys?
So for marketing, because we obviously are a community token, we have, I mean, we're listed. Let me see here. We've got, we have a lot of, we're on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, we're tracked on Binance, on Crypto.com, which we're also trending on Crypto.com as well, and Coinbase. So like we're on a lot of platforms already, where we're trending and we're being tracked. So for marketing going forward, I mean, obviously any marketing that is kind of put towards us and people are like, hey, you know, we want to be able to help you guys out. We want to give you an opportunity to kind of just like this Twitter Spaces that we're doing right now. It's an awesome opportunity for us to kind of speak to a group of people that might not be on Doge Chain, that might not have heard of us. You might have heard of us. You might just kind of be already in the community and you just kind of want to listen to us. But yeah, so we will, I mean, potentially moving forward, you know, would like to have as much of a, I guess, like a, you know, build the, what's the word? Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, we just want to build the community and just kind of keep keep Omnom as, sorry, I lost my train of thought here.
Yeah, Omnom, actually, I got your point. So,
Sorry.
yeah, I got your point. It's completely okay. One more thing, as you mentioned that you guys are bringing the community members and just grabbing the attention on different platforms, and you are just uh, grabbing the attention of the community members. But I was thinking that, I mean, how to engage the community members so that they can just stay committed to your project, because this crypto space is running really, really fast, and a lot of new projects are launching daily that have real utilities that attract the investors. And it is possible that your investors lose the interest at one point and move to some other project. So, any plans to also run any contest or airdrop campaigns to attract investors, or stay, or stay, or they can stay committed to your project?
Yeah, I mean, any kind of marketing, or if we have people, you know, that are already in the community or like to actually, you know, help us out and be able to kind of help coordinate things and have other suggestions. We welcome all ideas, and we want to. I mean, we're community based, so we want the community to actually speak up on what they want to see, and obviously we'll try and do our best to make sure that happens and keep things going. But so we will. I mean, obviously, we're going to look and try and find incentives and ways, you know, to make current investors, you know, want to stick with us. But I think what you'll find is the people that have found us already and kind of have seen the opportunity. You know, I mean, like if you take a look at the Doge chain itself, there are, as you said, there are a lot of projects popping up all the time, but nothing other than us is gonna be the first original meme token on Doge chain. So having that edge. I mean, if people want to leave and try out some other stuff or whatever, I mean, that's up to them. Obviously, people, have the right to do whatever they want, but we're not going anywhere. We're not, we're not planning on doing anything. So like we'll so essentially, we will have incentives, obviously, in the form of the community engaging as much as possible. And if anyone has any suggestions on ways to kind of engage the community more, or any other suggestions, then please feel free to jump in the chat and let us know. We'll be very welcoming to do whatever we can to keep the community happy and going on this.
Yeah, I think building the community is one of the aspect in a successful project, and it got me thinking that if you guys educate or spread awareness among non-crypto users and bring them to the crypto space, and I think they would be more committed to your project. So, do you guys have any plans to educate or onboard non-crypto users, and how would you onboard them?
Well, so with the onboarding, it's kind of, we would love to be able to do something like that. But I think the Doge chain itself, I mean, it's more themed to meme coins. It's the whole theme around it is meme related. It's the Doge chain. So people that aren't versed in crypto, so to speak, it's probably, because it is a smaller chain, it's still a little bit, it's quite not as accessible as a lot of, say for example, if you were just getting into crypto and you heard, you wanted to buy some Bitcoin or something, it's a lot more accessible. So as the chain grows and develops and expands itself, that's going to be a lot more opportunities. Going to be a lot more opportunities for people to actually be able to get into this chain, and also on the token. But so I mean, the real world people, that's a hard thing to do, especially when you're a community token, just because you want to try and keep your focuses, on getting people that already kind of know about meme coins, or people that have an interest in this, and kind of capturing their interest and actually showing them the value in the token. So if you have any suggestions of ways that we could potentially reach outside of crypto spaces, then we'll be very interested in hearing that. But did you have any things in mind, or was it just a generic question, kind of just curious?
Yeah, I was just curious because normally I do research about the projects, and when I saw that you guys are building the communities and you don't have any real utility for now, so it got me thinking that how would you just market your project and attract the investors? So I had some of the questions, and one more thing I want to clear from you, that do you guys plan to have accept proposals from the community who want to bring you with some innovative ideas or utilities which they want you to add in your project? Because eventually you will have to add some kind of utility with your project when you are successfully grabbing the attention of investors or building the community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we're only 1 month old, and so is the Dogechain token. So everything takes time. It takes time for you to kind of establish yourself and to kind of, get everything, make sure that everything is working. So like the team itself is working on some stuff, which, again, I mentioned earlier, but we will have some announcements coming soon. I've been working on a few things, but yeah, I mean, so obviously people that, are big into meme coins will find value, and they'll see that, that we actually have something here that is different, and something that, a lot of meme coins they might have some utility or something like that, but they don't have, you know, I don't know. Just being the first meme token on Doge chain itself is that is kind of the selling point for the token as well. And you know, as we grow, we're just going to keep being number one. We're going to have the most volume, the most trading volume, and our market cap right now is sitting at it's about just over 10 million market cap. So, I mean, there's a lot of potential and a lot of room here. So, hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, thank you very much for the questions from Venice there. Like you said, Darren, you're the first meme token, the Omnom meme project on the Doge chain, and we know that carries a lot of weight. So, like you're saying, as the Doge chain grows, then you grow, and you know we all know when investors go onto a new blockchain, they want to ask around and say what the big meme projects on the that blockchain, because they always want to hold some of them tokens. So you know, even if some investors move on, some don't, as it grows, you've got that massive potential there. Yeah, and sitting at a nice 10 million market cap, so, and 22,000 holders. So you're building the groundwork, and yeah, it's looking very exciting for the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we're very excited about it, and hopefully, I'm not sure if a lot of the people listening in here kind of know how to actually to bridge across the Doge chain, so that they're able to, for example, if they want to try and you know, look into Omnom token, do their own research. If you do go to our Telegram, or if you go to our Twitter, we'll have the link tree, and I'll have the website and all of our information on there. Plus, it also has like a guide of how to actually, if you're just looking to actually, you know, pique your interest on the Doge chain itself, we've got a website on there. Sorry, the link to how you can actually bridge and how you can get across the Doge chain and set up your wallet and everything, so that you can actually check it out. Because the opportunities, you know, that are arising on that chain is pretty phenomenal. So.
Yeah, Darren, and I noticed on your Twitter you had like Coinbase doing a guide as well to how to buy the Omnom token, or to bridge to the Doge chain, which is really cool. You know,
yeah,
they're supporting these new blockchains because they know in the future it could be one of the biggest blockchains. So they always get in early, and yeah, so it's exciting. Was you saying you have chats sometimes with the Doge chain as well? So you get on with the guys, and it's quite early, so you've got that sort of connection. That there's an open channel there in the future, you know, with Doge chain, and when it's a lot bigger, obviously they don't have time for a lot of new projects that come in to be talking all the time. But you'll have built that friendship, and the community has built up that sort of partnership with Doge chain, and that will help in the future as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like the Doge chain itself. I mean, if you're into the meme coins, or if you're into, you know, that kind of thing, it's essentially a breeding ground for just a lot of new opportunities that we haven't really been able to see, because a lot of spaces, you know, the kind of a lot of meme coin spaces like have kind of become washed out a little bit, and I think this is something refreshing. This is something new that yeah, I'm very excited about this.
Awesome, Darren. So yeah, if we could maybe do a recap, people on the Twitter Spaces seem to join in the middle of them, and they might not have heard the first half of our conversation about the Omnom meme project. Yeah, so if you could just give them a recap and an update, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So Omnom is it's the first meme token that was created on the Doge chain network. So we are essentially the original meme token on that chain. And you know, if you know about meme tokens, you know that Shiba and Doge are meme coin giants, and they kind of have their own. So like Shiba is to ETH, and Doge is to Bitcoin. So Omnom essentially is the you know, we're looking to make it the king of the Doge chain, and that's how we're kind of position ourselves, because DogeSwap.org, which is the team behind this token, they're the largest swapping platform on Doge chain. So it's like when you go to the chain, people automatically is the only token that is supported by DogeSwap.org. So it is essentially the only token on that chain that is supported, and everyone kind of, you know, whether you've been on the chain for a while or if you're new, you're gonna, you know, hear about Omnom and you're gonna see it there. So we're very excited about it. We're kind of we're a community-based token, so we're looking to kind of just expand the awareness about Doge chain and Omnom, build the community, because we know that, you know, to be a successful meme token, you need a strong community, and you need a community behind it that actually believes in what you're going for and what you're looking to achieve, which is to eat shit for breakfast. So yeah, we're very excited, and we're glad that we're able to speak in front of you guys, and hopefully this has piqued your interest in Doge chain. If you're not actually on the Doge chain yet, you're more than welcome to jump into our chat on Telegram, and we'll, you know, be able to help you get everything situated so that you're able to check out the chain and kind of find out more about us and what we are, and you know, hopefully we look forward to seeing some new faces in our group.
Okay, great. Darren, thank you very much for coming today. It's been great speaking to you from the community. You're the spokesperson, you know, as it's a community-run project, and Omnom meme projects super exciting. And it was great to have this discussion today with our Well Talk Twitter followers and anyone else that joined these spaces today. Yeah, we do say Welcome Talks. Twitter Spaces is for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice, but you can check out the website, the white paper, and the official socials for Omnom meme projects. I think if you click on the logo of Omnom, will that take them to the Twitter account, and then they can find the Telegram and website from there.
Yeah, so if you go to our Twitter, we've got the link tree. We also have the website, but if you click the link tree, will be the best link. That's got to Telegram, it's got to our website, it's got to the sites that we're tracked on, charts, it's got all the information that you'll need there. So yeah, obviously, thank you very much for having us and for hearing about us, and appreciate everybody taking the time for listening in and hearing what we have to offer and what we are.
Okay, thank you very much for coming today, Darren. I'll finish the recording, so I'll send over probably the YouTube stream that you can share with your community, and I'll share that around Twitter as well for you. And it's yeah, it's been a pleasure speaking, and I'm looking forward to the future of Omnom meme project and the huge community building there. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having us.